Hey folks, so it's been a while since I put a video out, and largely because just haven't really been getting that much that I think is sort of video worthy. I'm not just going to put out a video for every little thing I get, but today was one of those exceptions. We're not at garage sale season here yet in Southern Ontario. We're really close. The weather's been nice, but not a lot there. Picked a few things up here and there at thrift stores, but mostly thrift stores. If you've been doing this for a while, you realize they're pretty weak. But today was like walking into a time machine that took you back to thrift stores in the early 1990s, early to mid 90s, when if you were back there collecting as I was, it was like a gold mine. You'd walk in and there'd be just childhood collections from the 1980s and 60s and 70s in these things. You know, you'd get Star Wars action figures for like $1 maybe. Today I hit 3 thrift stores. Didn't get too much at 2 of them. I did get a nice painting at one, but that was a Value Village. Everything else there was broken or overpriced, like priced beyond retail. It's getting pretty bad. But I walked into one that I hit. It's kind of I only hit it every so often because it's a smaller kind of hole in the wall type place. I believe it's a religious bookstore, thrift store. And man, it was like walking into that 1990s thrift store. These two guys here. Vintage 1987 Boglins. You've got Squit, there we go, and Drool. They are, one I believe is an American one because it doesn't have French on it anywhere, and the other one is a Canadian version because it comes with the French and English. The Canadian ones also had different names as well, because this guy, when I was growing up, my friend had one, and his name was Bonk, and I actually have a Bonk with his box in the store right now, and but that box is pretty beat up. These I couldn't believe because the condition of the boxes is pretty darn great considering. I'll just spin these around and show you. These are the Mattel ones. They did reissue these, but not by Mattel, I believe in the early 2000s. I could be wrong on that. And there you see the price. Yeah, I know. I know. The actual Boglin himself, or herself, could be, don't know, is in pretty great shape too. A lot of times the rubber on these just turns to goo. And these ones are pretty solid. There isn't either they dust out, or as I said, they get really super gooey and won't hold their shape. These ones are great. The eyes move. This is the best, my favorite part. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, that's terrifying. And I won't be able to get it, but the eyes do glow in the dark, which is a great thing about these toys. Here's Squid. I'll show you his box all the way around. That looks like a little bit of wear there from an old price tag. There's the other one. Show you the backs there. Yeah, this is the Canadian one. So all around, the little thing moves up and it's there, and the boxes are solid, like solid. And there he is. He's got a little bit of like, I think it's, what is that? Eye goop? It's probably a cobweb or something. It looks like I need to do a little bit of work to get that back, his eye socket back up there, so it controls them. But yeah, they're great. A little bit of wear there. Not even nothing really, honest to God. These are in really great shape. And as you saw the price tag, and for those of you who are like, oh, you just stuck that on, I'll give you the here it is, because here's the crazy thing about it. There's the thrift store receipt. I took it up to the front, and the nice lady was like, oh, toys today are 50% off. So that's Canadian, my friends. I paid a total of $4 Canadian for both of these, which for my American friends is probably close to like $2.50, $3 US for the pair. I know. It was pretty great. I kind of felt a little bit guilty, so I did put a donation into their little donation jar they had there, but still, this is a killer find. The only other thing that sort of happened recently was, I don't know if you guys recall, but a couple of videos back. If you go back, I got a big score of toys. It was a childhood collection, and the young lady who was ended up with this collection initially didn't know what it was and was basically donating some of it, and then she kind of clued in that the stuff might be worth something, so she came and saw me. But she donated to a couple of the local thrift stores here in town, which I occasionally hit. I don't find much, but the other day I was walking through and this showed up. Now, for those of you who know, and it's probably all of you who are into toys or not, this is Mantisaur. He was Masters of the Universe, Motu, He-Man. I believe it came out around the same time as the Hordak line. And yeah, basically one of the cooler riding toys, if you will. There's, we had Panther and I'm blanking out on He-Man's ride right now. Cringer, who turned into Battle Cat. There you go, Jay. You still got it. And I was like, oh my God, there's the body. And the reason why that blew me away was because in that toy group that I got last time was a giant box of parts and guns and weapons, which I am still going through, which anybody who's ever bought a large collection that isn't organized at all knows what that's like. And in there was these. Yep, the legs. All 4 legs and the deck gun on the tail. That was in there. And when I saw this, I immediately was like, oh my God, I think I've got the rest of that. So I picked that up and yeah, basically reunited a toy with all its parts. I'm not going to be able to put the legs on one-handed. Nope, not going to be able to do it. But you can see that they are all there. And yeah, that again, one of those hard to believe it happened type things, but it really did. And she told me that she donated some things, and later I kind of figured out one of them was the Knight Rider car. She said it talked, but the batteries were dead in it. Just like, oh man, because I have, and the reason why I believe her is because I have the Hasselhoff figure that came with that lot. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. I won big that day, but there was a little bit of a tinge, and then yeah, later on pick this guy up. So that's pretty much it. Garage sale season is just around the corner. I'm probably going to be making a trip to the Goodwill bins sooner than later, and I'll probably do a video of the finds that I got from that as well. But yeah, if you guys dig this stuff, subscribe or don't. I mean, you don't have to. It's cool. I'm happy to make these videos anyways, because at least later on, I can look back and see some of the cool finds that I got. So it's as much fun for me, hopefully, as it is for you guys to watch it. But yeah, if you have any comments or if you had any of these guys, because there was a huge line of Boglins that came out, and the later ones go for crazy money. Like these are around, I don't know, somewhere between 100, maybe 200 each in this kind of condition, with the boxes and everything. That's a good retail store would have it at that. But some of them go up in the $400 or $500 range. There were some later ones that are really hard to find. So yeah, all right, y'all. Hope you're able to find some stuff too. Bye.